there. Yeah. I hit the wrong one again. Oh, that's lovely. Hitting the wrong one when you get started is lovely. Okay, I need to set up my thing. At least some goals. Timer. Minutes. All right. There we go. You. And there we go. Setting some goals for tonight. People show up, they show up. So let's just get going. Yeah, I can't too much about whether or not there's a bit of lag in the signal because it's not like I needed that much when it's this. So hey. Ugh. Whatever. Alright, hold. Forgot that my mic was held up. There we go. God, my nose is freaking runny right now. Like, Jesus. It is. Eh. Eh, baby. Ugh, ow. God, after this, I'm showering just out. That with the steam out of my nose. Ugh. Whatever. Let's see. Okay. Mm. Progress. Okay, a little over halfway to the first goal. That's good. That's good. Okay. Oof. Let's see. Side one. God, I hate being clogged up. It's sinus issues hit at the worst time. Boo. Definitely gonna be going to sleep soon. Tomorrow's gonna be freaking busy for me. Oh, jeez. Okay. Not get too distracted, man. Distracted. I tell that to some of the guys. Hello, hello. Frickin' God, I'm so clogged up tonight. Jesus. Ugh. God, I'm gonna get loaded up on medicine before I go to sleep tonight. Jesus, it's probably gonna knock me the hell out. Oh boy. Jeez. I keep having to freaking jeez, I need to go get some like freaking tissues or something real fast. Hold on. It was me. Shut up. Yeah, no, I'm clogged up, so I don't know, something came through, so I'm all clogged up and shit. Ugh. So I've been kind of on the Dayquil and stuff today. Freaking nose is not in the best state. I'm not like sick. I'm pretty sure I just came down with like a 24-hour cold or something. Nothing too bad, but I should definitely hop in the shower when I'm done, just so I can try and steam some stuff out. Yeah, no, dog freaking heard me opening up the bathroom door, and because it's like late at night and they're downstairs, he just kind of reacted. So that was whatever. Dogs or whatever. So whatever. Trying to get them done with writing time. At least trying to hit 500 words, you know? Basic thing. Where was I? Let's see. Oof. Okay, not sure what to say, Harapan, but the chat is not rendering whatever you're typing. Like, I don't know what you're typing in, but it's not being rendered by the chat, like, at all. I literally cannot see it. Ugh, jeez. Yep, bad coughing too, jeebus. Okay. Yeah, you know, storms are interesting whenever they decide to hit you. Yeah, no, it's just been, because of where I live, it's just been hot as hell the last couple of days. Tomorrow, oh boy, tomorrow is gonna be fun, because I'm finally gonna be getting my car towed over to my dad's, because that's gonna have to get fixed. That's gonna be a slow process for us, though, because it's gonna depend, because once we figure out what we need to do, it's just gonna be a matter of getting what we need and then getting it done and shit. So gonna be a slow process before I get my own goddamn car back, but hey, what can you say? Car maintenance is an annoying process. Oh boy, I have never been in a still house before, so I've never been able to like get the idea of like being in one when a storm hits you, but geez. Yeah, that's gonna be a time. I mean, hey, it might help you get the sleep, who knows? Yeah. The problem with card main is just how expensive it is too. Like I'm probably gonna get some financial help from like relatives, but it's like, yeah, when it happens, it's like, oh, you find out what broke, and then when you finally find out, it's like, oh, so it's gonna cost me this much. Cool. Like, I'm glad my dad does car work, because he's not gonna like make me do the absolute pain of like getting someone who's gonna charge me $600 for parts and services to get it done, because I literally cannot afford that. because I gotta like pay rent and pay bills and shit, and I don't make enough casual money to just kind of be like, oh yeah, I'll toss $600 on professional maintenance. So yeah, once we get it to my dad's house tomorrow and get it set up so we can get a better look at it and get like some stuff off, we'll get that figured out. So it's probably gonna be a few weeks before we get it actually fully fixed and repaired and back on the road and shit like that. So it's just a matter of boy, need to make sure I talk to work again though about picking up extra shifts, because I am not gonna be able to manage if they keep me light as they are. But hey, you know, maybe with how the channel has been growing in another week or month, that might change. I don't know. I just know I don't want it to take so long that literally me and my sister keep having to basically use the same car for the next 2 months, because that would just be annoying as hell. Well, I mean, we've managed to, like, it's not like we can't work it out. It's just a simple matter of like our work shifts. It's just kind of easier if we don't have to like ferry each other to and from work every now and again, because it's like, it's one thing when it's like the days where she and I don't work on the same day, but it's another thing when it's like, okay, so we work on the same day, so I go in before she does. So we work at the same place, thankfully, but it's like, okay, so she has to get up to get me to work, and then when she gets there, we then trade off the keys so we can figure it out. But it's just easier for both of us to have our cars, just that we can go to and from and do whatever we got to do on our own. But it's, you know, it's just kind of a Cart stuff always sucks, because like when you think you had got it down, you think you got it good, but then like stuff happens and it's just like, well, that happened and now we got to deal with it, even though, you know, we figured we had some idea of what might have been a problem beforehand, but now we don't know. So it is what it is. So matter of getting that done. I just hope that, like, of all the stuff I gotta fix, I don't also gotta do the freaking rack and pinion for the power steering, because that shit's expensive as hell, man. That's like, just that part alone is like almost $400, which is not a fun idea, man. Not a fun idea. Oh, I got some stuff I don't use I could probably sell. Like, I got an old Xbox One I could probably sell for a decent price. Decent with massive air quotes, you know? Going. fine. Right. Okay, I need to do a check. Nice. First checkpoint I wanted tonight to hit. Oh boy, good. Hit the thing I wanted to hit. That's good. I hit where I wanted to. Ugh. At least the first step. At least finish this scene tonight. I'll feel better about it. This is so fun. There we go. That'll be good for a segment. Oh, that's... Oh, yeah, that's not good. Oh, yeah. That's not a fun time. Oh, flooding, how joyous you are when you happen. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, definitely get a shower as soon as I'm done here. Got like 32 minutes left on the timer I set, so it's fine and dandy. Okay. Well, hey, that's the point of a stilted house, you know? It's there to make sure that, like, you don't get all caught up if something like that does happen. So your house will be fine. So, hey, you know, that's why they exist like that. Oh, God, the worst thing about when your nose is clogged up is sometimes you just have one nostril that's runny for no goddamn reason. And it's just like that the rest of the time. Jeez. Oh boy. Okay. Making sure I've been drinking plenty of water today too, because important thing when you have a cold is always making sure you're well hydrated. Ugh. Why I got a little bit sick feeling anyway. I was probably just dehydrated. Which, you know, Yeah, not fun when that happens. Yeah, that sounds about right. Washcloth would definitely help. Uh, literally just like I actually barely got any sleep last night just because of the way I was feeling. Like I don't know why, but it's like I tried to get to bed and then I maybe got. It's a wonder I got anything done today. With I can get anything done with how many hours of sleep I'm actually running on. It's like wow, okay, that should not be what I'm doing, but okay, I'm guess we're doing that. Guess we're doing it that way. Okay, cool, cool. I guess. There we go. Let's see how many words that is, just because I'm trying to. I at least want to get to like 1K words before I finish. Hurry, child is being funny again. Okay, close to. Ah, jeez. If I had to guess, it was probably some like other neighbor with their car. Swear to God, that dog. Got that dog. Let's see. Let's see. Ow. Freaking click my nose on one of my nails. Ow. Ow. That's not a bit. Oh, jeez. I am doing well. I promise. I've hit one of my little goals, so I'm doing good. Oh, let's see here. That should get me. Okay, 100 more to go before I hit my 1,000 quota. Cool. Hit my 1,000 for the night. Got like 25 minutes left on the timer too, so that's good progress. If I hit that, I'll probably just sit back and chill then. I can get that to another line. Okay, a little bit more. I'm at a fun part, though. I'm getting to describe the interior of an inn. Oh, I love this kind of thing. Ugh. I had to get a hair. I had to get a hair in my freaking mouth. Jeez, I hate the feeling when you have like a hair in your mouth, where it's like you feel it like on your teeth and in your tongue and stuff, and it's just like oddly uncomfortable. Like this feels strange. This feels really strange. It's hard to get a feeling for it. I don't really know why. It's strange, but it's. Ugh. Oh boy, okay. It's not how you spell furniture. Yep, and that hits the goals, so I'm gonna finish up the scene at least. There's still 20-ish minutes to go, so I'm just gonna keep going. At least till I finish the scene and introduce who I want to introduce, and then that'll be good for tonight. That'll be good enough. Let's see. Yep, health and rest take priority. That's why after the 20 minutes are up, I'm gonna just chill for the rest of the night and then probably get to bed a bit sooner. Part of it is just waiting for my sister to get home. Like, I usually tend not to go to bed until after 11 o'clock when my sister's at work, just because it's like, I want to make sure she's back. So that way dogs aren't going crazy and I'm like, shut up in my room trying to get to sleep, because ass is not fun. Oh boy, my sleep schedule is just kind of a whack situation, But I know exactly how I'm interested, what I'm doing here so finishing up this thing should not be too hard. Hell, go fresh. Oh, God. Oh, boy. Hate the semi-sore throat feeling when you're about to cough up. Oh, boy. Okay. There we go. Got in what I wanted to do for tonight to finish that up. Now, let's see. How much did I end up doing overall, then? Overall, about 1,200. Overall, about 1,200 words. Not bad. That's not bad. That's pretty good. That's pretty good for a little under an hour's worth of riding. Not bad at all. Let me just also clear the scene on that game that I use. Oh no, cool. It's totally nice to see. I've definitely been having fun with like the epic reactions as of late. I actually speaking of like the epic the videos and stuff with like epic, I actually just got done recording the last 3 songs for Thunder Saga. So I'm definitely glad to hear that. That'll be going up Tuesday. I just recorded the next reaction like maybe 30 minutes before I started streaming the chat. So I'm probably gonna edit that tonight after I finish up before I go to bed, because it's not like it's hard to edit. But oh boy. Oh yeah, believe me when I say I hope people enjoy that one, because Thunder Saga, like the finale for Thunder Saga, oh boy, Mutiny and Scylla especially got me. Those songs got me good. But yeah, so that raw recording's ready to be edited. Maybe not tonight, maybe tomorrow after I get done with the other stuff I gotta do. But yeah, so that's coming soon. And it won't be late, because unlike last time, it's not like I've had a terrible, horrible, no good weekend that'll just leave me emotionally drained and like, no, God, I can't. Probably gonna sound like I am right now, though, just because I recorded it not that long ago, so I'm probably just gonna sound a little gross and icky. Ugh. I'm glad that with this app / game I use, that I can just easily set up like the background for like chatting. No spoilers in chat. Okay, well, it's hard to say spoilers when it's based off of mythology that a lot of people know. So it's like, if you know the mythology, you kind of know the way some of the general plot. Honestly, it is. I mean, honestly, I iterated it in some of the first videos. I knew the play anyway, so it's not like I don't know the general plot beats it's gonna follow. But yeah, no spoilers in chat. Some people don't know. I'm not gonna rank you too hard. Yes, it is. Let me change it. Oh, jeez. Here is. Do that one. Do that one to close out. It's not like I haven't seen it already. I'm gonna hit the heart. I'm gonna hit the heart too. You're good. You're good, local fresh. Oh boy, oh boy. No, but there were fun songs. Like, just like I'll probably have my video will definitely say more of it, but it's like I literally had to take a few minutes to cool down when I was done, just because I was so, oh no. I was so hit. Those songs hit hard. Like, just the simple description I'll say here in stream is like, for that Thunder Saga stuff, that shit hits hard, man. That shit hits hard. Oh man. I know one thing I want to try and do for videos though. I want to try and do like some writing type discussion videos, you know? Like, I've had this weird idea. I've had this idea floating in my head all of a sudden, because like I want to like talk about a thing, one that's weird. I don't know why. I think it was just because I saw tweets talking about it a while back. That kind of meme image where it's like you have the Venn diagram and it's like what the author said versus what your English teacher said. It's like that Venn diagram. And I've had this weird idea in my head for a while, like about a week or so, of like trying to kind of describe what that is, like the sort of the idea behind it of like, oh, you know, you have obviously like the author's intention, and then you have like whatever your English teacher in high school got out of it, and then you have the weird blurry line between that we call subtext. So that would just, I feel like that would be an interesting video to make as a writer myself, to give my perspective on it. Plus, probably some trope discussion, because there's like different levels. There's like, you know, Word of God, Word of St. Paul, St. Peter, Word of Dante. It's a whole thing. TV tropes is an interestingly strange resource when it's not being pedantic as hell. Let's see. Games. I was also... yeah, that exact meme. The curtains are fucking blue. It's like, again, you have what the author said, and then you have what your English teacher said. And the weird blurry line between those two things is the subtext of the work. That is what we call subtext. That weird blurry line between what the author said and what other people say they say the author says. But I was also recently replaying Nier Automata, actually. When I was watching my parents' house last weekend, I got bored because I brought my PlayStation with me. And I decided, you know what? Because I haven't played the game in a few years. I just want to replay Nier Automata from the start, because I played it through completely. Like, not 100%, but pretty much close enough too. I did NDE and did the whole data sacrifice thing, you know, I went all the way. And, part of it was like, you know what? I just want to play the game again, because it's a good game. I like the story. It's a fun time. So, over the course of a weekend, I played through, like... Yeah. Well, subtext is always weird. Like, I could talk about it a bit here. Subtext is weird as an author, because there are some cases where you use subtext to try and hint at something that maybe you couldn't get away with directly. Though then again, I'm of the modern opinion that, if you rely on subtext to try and hint, nudge, nudge to everybody, you're a fucking coward. But that's just me. Because subtext is weird, because subtext definitely exists and subtext should definitely be taken into account. But there is definitely a line where someone needs to stop relying on subtext and just be frank with it and just say, yeah, this is what's going on. Like, there's one anime. I really like this anime. It's really good. But, like, there's so much subtext that it feels like the show really only relies on its subtext sometimes with certain character interactions, because it just doesn't have the balls to be direct with you, and instead it's being like, hint, hint, nudge, nudge, you know what's going on, but we're also too much of a coward to say it outright, because, you know, we gotta leave the characters just waifuable enough to sell merchandise of. So, fucking anime, I swear to God, man. Where it's like, yeah, no, there's other shows that were in a different time slot than you that were not nearly as much of a massive coward as this show was, but hey, it's whatever. I still like the show, it's a good show, but, you know. One of those things where, like, the topic of subtext is always weird. It's always weird, because, yeah, subtext is usually what the audience will take away from it versus what the author meant, but sometimes an author will intentionally lean into subtextual ideas, though sometimes you don't intend for it. Like, one thing I can definitely say from doing writing as long as I have, you don't always intend the subtext to be what it is. And sometimes you don't even intend there to be subtext at all, and some absolute weird person says there's subtext because they read into it. Okay, there's two lines that go hand in hand. The line that I always like to keep in mind when it comes to subtext... I know the feeling. I know the feeling of making a bunch of characters. I have way too many notation documents. But the line that I always feel to keep in mind when it comes to trying to think about subtext is always keep in mind the line, it's not that deep. It is not wrong to try and key into subtext. However, sometimes... Yeah, like Kill la Kill. Yeah, it's a magical show about puberty, sexuality, and a bad family dynamic. You don't need to read into it much deeper than that. But, like, there's one, Dominic Noble, the guy who does the Lost in Adaptation series. His Twilight videos were very good on the whole bit of, like, reading too deep into something, because a running gag in those videos is he'll, like, latch onto something and try to follow the logical through line, only to basically be metaphorically slapped in the face and be reminded, no, actually, Twilight is just poorly written, and it has to go, it's not that deep, bro. Like, it's my favorite running gag from that little review series of the books that he did, where it's like, he catches the through line, follows it through, catches on to what he thinks is some kind of subtext, only for the story to slap him in the face and say, no, there was no subtext, it's just bad writing. And it's like, yeah. And I think that's kind of the thing with subtext, like, is that, it's part of our habits. It's just literally human habits. We want to rationalize things, we want things to make sense, so we'll try to follow a logical thread and follow it through to see where it goes and do that because it makes sense to us. That's like part of why we follow subtext, because it makes sense. We get into a reading and it makes sense to us, and that's what we get out of it. Some people agree on the subtext, other people disagree on the subtext. It's kind of the nature of fiction. But there are times, as I said, you gotta pull back, make your brain stop, and go, maybe it's not actually that deep, and maybe I should just take it at face value. Which I do think is a valuable skill, especially in, like, media critique. Because there are so many times when I'm watching, like, a critic video, and they get lost in the sauce of trying to find out this subtext or this deeper meaning to something that's trying to, I guess, hit their confirmation bias, and they just can't seem to hit it. And they just kind of judge the work based on the fact that they're going into it trying to dig into the subtext or trying to confirm something they're already going into with this preconception about, and then they don't find it, and then they blame the piece of media for that. And it's like, no, I think that's on you, actually. I think it's on you for trying to follow through on this line of logic and not stopping yourself enough to go, to just kind of, to take a moment to breathe and go, hey, it's probably not that deep. It probably doesn't go much deeper than this. And you know what? That's fine. It's fine if it doesn't go that much deeper. Because, like, that, I feel like that's just I feel like that's a weird thing about modern day, too, actually. That's a weird thing about modern day, is people seem a lot less willing to accept a story at face value and, like, really want there to be some deeper meaning. Usually when there isn't. I don't know. It's a weird everyone is Jesus in purgatory kind of mindset that a lot of people have nowadays. I'm pretty sure it's mostly just actually a minority, and most people are perfectly fine taking a story at face value and what it offers up front, and without having to feel a need to dig deeper into it to better understand. Yeah, I usually leave the VODs up. I actually I leave VODs up when I go live. Yeah, no, definitely. I've definitely heard that before. Art is indeed meant to be a conversation between the person making the art and the person viewing the art, whether that's painted art, textual art, or hell, even video games, where it is a conversation, and to kind of get, it's why Death of the Author is a thing too, because sometimes people will literally take what the author says and say, nah, I disagree, which, personally, being an author myself, I'm not too sure I fully agree with Death of the Author at times, but that's just me. Sometimes I do think you do need to actually suck up your pride and listen to what the author says. But you can make the effort to read more into it, you can make the effort to not read more into it. It all depends on you. But it also means that sometimes a show could be trying to have a piece of media could be trying to have some kind of message, and maybe there's a breakdown in the conversation at some point. I think one of my favorite examples of this is Gundam Seed. I, personally, not the biggest fan of Gundam Seed. I know there's a lot of people who like it, especially in Japan, where it originally aired, and especially here in the West, too. There's a lot of people who like it. But I've never been able to kind of get into it. And I've said, and I've expressed my opinion before to some people, I don't know where the breakdown in the messaging of the show starts. I don't know if it's just with me or if it's with the show itself. But there is a breakdown in the messaging at some point in the show that has prevented me from being able to really get it the same way other people do. Which is just kind of my thing, right? Like, it's like, and I fully admit that's just a me thing. I don't try to say, oh, it's the show's fault for not making it clear enough. I mean, I don't know at what point it's like, maybe it was just the show's writing that was being bad and just kind of failed to deliver on its points in the message it wanted to give. Maybe it's just on me for not getting it. I don't know. It's also not my job to somehow care. Yeah, no. Like, okay, like, I don't use my Twitter much, obviously, but, like, I do have a set of mutuals and stuff and people who fill my timeline. And, like, when the Gundam Seed Freedom movie came out, me and my friend group generally are people who aren't the biggest, like, Seed people. But, like, when that movie came out, good lord, was my, For You page absolutely filled to the brim with, artist to God, proud Seed fans. And you know what? Good for them. Good for them for getting their movie. I'm proud for them. I'm happy they got their movie after it's been in development hell for like 15 years. I am happy they got their movie. I still don't like the show. I am sorry. I'm probably never going to like it. I have tried to rewatch it and I just cannot. And you know what? I'm not going to fault people who do like it. You know what? That's fine. Okay, I like Code Geass. Okay, I've rewatched Code Geass more times than I care to count. It's like my one anime that I have watched maybe more than a dozen times at this point in my life, I think. And I don't rewatch shows a ton. Like, I'll be upfront. I'm not the kind of person who rewatches shows or replays video games on a frequent basis. Like, I've replayed certain games maybe a handful of times after I played through it the first time. Like, I still, years later, have not replayed Red Dead Redemption 2, which I probably should because I didn't really play through the entire epilogue. See, oh, Ava, okay. See, I haven't watched Ava myself, but there is a weird thing to it because, like, it's just a weird thing where I don't think it was meant to be. It might just be a thing. I'm not sure if it was said somewhere. It's probably incorrect too, so take it with a grain of salt that they, like, use the Catholic imagery pretty much just because they thought it would be cool. I don't know. Weird Japanisms. But yeah, no, I can imagine that, like, if you grew up religious and, like, you're not religious anymore, that, like, if you see that iconography being used, you might not have the most fond view of it when it comes up again in a piece of work where, like, yeah, that's an understandable way to look at it, you know? Oh boy, okay. Well, that was fun. That was fun yapping. Jesus, geez, that reminds me of that one time where I went off for, like, I think 10 minutes about the Disney Star Wars trilogy. That was like a couple of months ago. That was a weird time. But yeah, okay, cool. No, I think that helped me get some buzz together, though, so there might be a future video talking about subtext. Yeah, okay, well, I need to go do some healthcare, so, good night all. Thank you for stopping by to hang out and chat while I got some writing in and just, you know, have some fun talking about different things, and, till tomorrow. I'll definitely be on air at some point tomorrow, but it's just, my priority is getting my car taken care of first, so I gotta do that, like, as soon as I can in the morning or whatever, so I'll just get that shit figured out. Oh boy, okay. So that's gonna be, oh boy, tomorrow's gonna be so fun. Jesus Christ. Okay, anyway, good night, folks. Sleep well, have fun.